Hello, ladies and gentlemen wanting to speedrun this game. Here is a tutorial for New Game Plus Casual. I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to do, and I'm not going to be falling into pits like I did in the last run, cough cough. And then, yeah, so, let's get going. No holes. No holes. Yeah, so time starts as soon as you select the chapter. So yeah, I like to use airbending for this. You can use firebending if you want. Airbending is better for crowd controlling. Firebending is better for one-shotting everything. So it's up to whatever you prefer to fight with. Generally, airbending and firebending are the bending types you're going to be using for this entire run. Very rarely you'll use anything else. Waterbending is only useful for one area of the game. Earthbending is only useful for one area. No, wait, two areas, because you need to break a barrier and you need to kill a tank faster. So, it's just airbending and firebending for the most part.
Only the Avatar can master all four elements and bring balance to the world.
Press circle or B to skip that, depending on what controller you're using. And you can get to the cutscene faster. So yeah, I'll be showing you all the tricks you need, all the skips, all the strategies, everything. The strategy for pro bending is to just jump and then attack, and then jump again, attack. Make sure you switch your targets before your target actually dies, so that way you can hit the other person faster and you won't waste a shot. And if your shot doesn't end up killing it, then that's fine, you can just move on to it later. Sweet, I got another double. Cool. That's the best possible situation. Saves a lot of time. Or if you can get the legendary double-double, where the one in front hits two people behind him. I don't think I've ever done that though. Tylos did though.
How to get to Air Temple Island. Maybe Tenzin can help me figure out what's going on.
Hold it, Avatar!
Alright, so just make it to that barrier as fast as possible. You're going to want to trigger this as soon as possible. Yeah, it's very rare to get a double-double like that. So I use firebending for that, because I can just turn around, lock on, and then attack. And it kills them in 1 second. There are times where you don't have to lock on with firebending. In fact, it's probably preferable not to lock on with firebending, because sometimes the camera angle can turn you around. And this is one of the occasions where it's better to not lock on with it. Because see, I would have gotten turned around right there, and I would be confused. But for this, okay, whenever you're dashing short distances, it's best to use the firebending dash move. That right there. Whenever you're going long distances, use the air scooter, because it has a higher maximum speed, but it also has to accelerate. This doesn't. See what I mean? Also, there's a cool glitch you can do, where you can have a tornado and the air scooter at the same time. The way you do that is just fire dash, then switch to airbending and attack, and then double dodge. You'll get an air scooter and tornado at the same time. Okay. Nope, nobody remembered what happened in the last time I ran this area. If you see something in the chat about me falling or whatever, it's a lie. I did not fall. I never fall. The pros never fall in areas like this. They never, ever fall. They never hit walls. Nothing happens. This is the easiest area in the game. And I'm not jinxing it right now. Blink, blink. So yeah, the only thing you need to do for this is just use airbending. Try not to die. Really? Wow. I've never heard of that. Wow, which world record holder was that? He sounds like a total freaking noob. Wow. Hate that guy. Yeah. Yeah, man, I can't imagine a world record holder doing that and then falling twice while giving a tutorial and then having to restart the whole tutorial. Wow. Someone sucks at this game. God, give me his name, I'll go beat him up. Cough, cough. Alright, for this chapter, there's a few things that can go wrong. By the way, your air scooter counts as an attack for these barrels, so you can just glide right into them and they'll break. Did I say barrels? I meant pots. Jars, whatever. No! Okay, cool. I missed it that time. Worst thing that can happen, you clip onto the wall right there, just like that, just like it happened. And it ruins your time. Also, you want to get a U-turn like I just did, and you will spawn right there. That saves you a couple seconds of having to cross it. Make sure you're in firebending mode because you're facing a single target, so firebending is always going to be better. When you're facing multiple targets, it's usually better for airbending. Just press triangle or Y? Whatever. The heavy attack. I need to play more Xbox games. Alright, in this case, I am facing multiple opponents, but I'm still going to use firebending because they're all very spread apart. So I just want my Korra to just teleport to them, just like that. For triads, normally you would want to do a couple hits and then press circle or B. But in this case, I'm just going to punch them to death because they're a lot weaker for this. Later on, I'm gonna be pressing circle to kill them though after 3 hits. In the beginning of this stage, there's going to be a moment where your dashes and your gliders are cancelled, but after that little glitch happened, that one frame drop that happens, after that's over, you can dash, and you won't be interrupted. That was always weird when I did that. Like, why did it cancel it? Alright. Switch to airbending as fast as possible and just boom! Oh, I did it! That was the fastest I've ever done that. Alright, you can do what I just did right there for the dash, or you can use your air scooter, whatever you want. Because normally fire dashing isn't better over that distance, but I managed to chain an attack with it, so it didn't really cost any time. Now let's hope I don't fall. Ah, perfect! Yes! So you're gonna have to time that jump for yourself. Experiment around with that. As soon as you master it, you can get it most of the time. Alright, so you want to jump, lock onto the guy on the end there, and use firebending, and you can chain everything. What if I get another world record on a tutorial? What if? I mean, I am making pretty good pace. Like, it's on pace with my last one. Alright, for this, dash over here, use airbending, use heavy moves in the air, and you can hook onto that and skip getting earthbending because you already have it. It's New Game Plus. Alright, usually you can jump over the wood there, but if you don't think you're going to make it, just go over to the side and you can squeeze through. Alright, this is the occasion where I'm going to press circle instead. It's faster because they have more health now. Alright, now what you want to do here is get on your air glider and just go around breaking everything, because if you do that, you will pass the time and you won't be bored. It's very important. And it's frame perfect, so if you manage to fail this, you will be bored as hell. Alright? It's very important.
The southern portal right away. I had a feeling leaving the portals open would come back to haunt me. Okay, let's get going, Naga.
We have time for a couple donations. HDQ reference. You can use airbending in the air like that. Kind of skip over the gap right there. Saves like a split second of time. I will not fall. I never fall. I am perfect. I am perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit is right there. Out of my way.
Okay, 2 firebending combos will get it. Using other bending, it will take more than 2 combos.
Who are you working for?
Some old guy from the south.
Destroy this truck
Money.
every time you go here because this truck is horrible.
Hurt me.
What was he saying?
It's halfway inbounds and halfway out of bounds,
About some crazy idea he had.
which is horrible.
He could steal your chi or something. He said order will rise from the chaos. I told you everything I know. Now please let me go.
Hope you can swim.
Now, punching that guy is a little bit faster than using circle or B on him. So that's what you should do. Alright, I know this area all too well.
Bring it on.
This is where we start to get airbending, and
Ruining my home.
you can screw this up by killing some of the enemies before you're supposed to. Finally, Jesus. Okay. So yeah, don't kill any of these enemies here. If you kill too many of them, they will stop spawning in the middle of your challenge, and it'll really screw you up.
Need to tap into the fire.
I mean, you can kill 1 round of them, just to make sure that the next wave shows up immediately when your time starts. But in general, just don't mess with them. Don't want to risk it. Aw, that's a shame.
To attack in a single continuous flow.
Hey, I heard some world record holder missed the airbending. Where? Who did that? Give me his name. Alright, so yeah, look at the shadows immediately, switch back to airbending,
That old man's in the spirit.
and then just do a heavy attack. Also, I said this wasn't airbending accrual. That was a mistake. That was firebending.
All my bending. I really wish Mako and
Airbending is later.
right now. Another firebender would be nice, even if it is my ex-boyfriend.
So you'll have to learn all these parkour moves yourself. The best I can say is just watch what I do and try to repeat it
Portals open after
whenever
all.
there's... Except for the times that I fall, you know. Yeah. Assuming I don't fall, I did the parkour right. Okay? So yeah, use firebending, just dash up there. And you'll already be pretty close to the barrier.
I better get moving. What is it about the South Pole that brings
There.
all the
Switch to firebending before this cutscene. I mean, unless you want to use airbending here.
Down with the Avatar.
Think you can stop me? Think again.
You can use airbending if you want whenever they're in big groups. You can switch between firebending and airbending, but yeah. That's complicated. I don't want to do that. A counterattack there will speed up this fight a lot. Sadly, he didn't go into my counterattack though. So switch to earthbending because it has the fastest kill animation. Do not use firebending for the kill. That's a very long animation where you do like 1,000,000 punches to the thing, and then finally it dies.
Okay, let's get going, Naga.
Waterbending is the next fastest, I think. You just throw water into its exhaust pipe and then it breaks down. But yeah, earthbending is the fastest. Oh, another thing. If you feel as if you're going to go too far or too high, you can cancel your jumps by swiping in midair. Which is what I should have done. I mean, what that world record holder should have done last time when he was filming a tutorial. It's what he should have done to not fall down. Jeez, that guy's stupid.
Okay, let's get going, Naga.
90% swipes, 10% falling. Alright, for this fight, I timed it. I timed it myself. I did a run where I only used firebending, and then I did another run where I only used Naga swipes. The firebending did a lot more damage, and you can do it faster if you hit faster, if you press the button faster. So, I'm going to spam the button lightning fast. I'm sorry if this is going to annoy you, but yeah, you're going to hear my controller a lot. Also, whenever he turns like that, you can hit the tank on the left by just going to the right, to the left lane, I mean. The only time I'll use swipes is when firebending is recharging.
One left. Get him, girl.
Oh, I should have used waterbending there. Alright, cool. That was fast.
Let's move, Naga. No time to waste.
Yeah, anything under a minute is decent. Ideally, you'll want to get about 55 seconds for super fast pace. On casual, you don't really have any risk of dying in that fight unless you do something incredibly stupid. So the best strategy to get airbending as fast as possible here is to send out this group of enemies, the green guys, go into a corner, look the opposite way, so that your back is facing it, and then this guy is just going to keep on punching you over and over. It's pretty consistent, although sometimes he'll do that. Perfect timing, buddy. He'll try to kick you, and that's a lot harder to dodge. So,
I'm really close now.
Yeah, you need to have like superhuman reaction time to dodge it. Immediately when you get airbending, go towards the center and do a heavy attack. Usually you'll get them all. Like that, see? Cool. Also, here's the cool glitch I showed you earlier. Oh, if you're wondering why this camera is not moving, it's a console exclusive glitch, we believe. We don't really know what causes it. We've tried experiments to see if it was just like getting it closer far away to the camera, and that had nothing to do with this glitch happening. We don't know. It just stays here on consoles. I don't know if it happens on Xbox One actually. It happens on PS4 and PS3 almost every single time though. It doesn't affect you though. Alright, you don't have to attack anyone here. I just like to knock them out so they don't try to hurt me. They'll come back to life before it's time though. You can also see inside of Korra. If you ever wondered what the inside of a Korra looks like, now you know.
They mean you no harm. Let the voice of the spirits guide you.
See, now they're all back. As soon as she starts disappearing, I'm going to charge up a heavy attack. And then just let loose. I go into a corner to gather them all up into one spot. It's not entirely necessary, but, you know, might happen. I'm not lewd. Alright, so coming up here is a giant spirit monster skip. You can essentially just skip the entire fight and just insta-kill it during a cutscene. So what you're going to need to do is go over to this side, heavy attack your way over to the other side, take a couple steps, get them all, and then aim it right about here. That looks good. Let's see if it works. That should kill it.
That's a big one.
Nope. Okay. Well, I aimed it right and everything. I timed it right. And it's invincible. Hey, how about that? So yeah. You know, I'm just gonna restart there. Yeah, that is a glitch that can happen. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna try that again. Oh, that now I don't think the setup is right. It doesn't. I don't think I lined it up properly. Watch, it's gonna fail. Oh no, I did it. Okay, cool. So just be ready to press circle or B and then get away with that. So anyway, the run is dead, but you know, the tutorial's still alive. So yeah, you should watch out for those invincible spirit monsters. They happen all the time. You don't have to kill the Hundun clones here. Just kill the enemies. And then fire dash up there. That's what happens when you get too close. When you get too close and you use too much combos. I mean, I'll test that. I don't know how true that is. I'll test it to see if that's really the cause of the glitch. That was lightning fast though. Alright, there are two strategies for this. One of them isn't really tested well. You can use the avatar state, try to speed this up. I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to use an airbending combo right in the middle of these two. I'll try to keep it close to them. But when they spread apart, I'm going to have to pick one. I can't believe that freaking invincible spirit monster. That happened to me twice today. I was gonna make a highlight of the first time it happened, but now I don't need to. It's in the tutorial. I'm gonna highlight this anyway. Like, I'm 1 minute and 29 seconds behind my last pace because of that. Alright, ideally you want to fire dash over to him, but not necessarily for the first one, because you're going to need to stay on airbending so that you can dash up this avatar, the island. what is this called? Airbender Island? Did I get the name right?
No,
Anybody?
can't be.
Alright, so you may be tempted to just heavy attack all these things to death. But don't do that for every single wave. You're gonna want to keep some alive so that you don't soft lock. So yeah, keep some alive until you hear a certain dialogue. As soon as he starts talking about the equalists, then it's fine, you can kill him. See there? He mentioned it, so I can kill them all now. Keep these triads alive though, until he starts talking about them. And there. There. So, saving, like, keeping them alive doesn't really cost you any time at all. Because he still has to finish the dialogue before he does anything. Before the screen transitions. It's fine. Oh, I forgot to switch to firebending. No matter, just a tiny time loss. I mean, this isn't even a run anymore, so yeah, I might as well just turn off this timer. Freaking spirit monster, though. You can skip that cutscene. Alright, so this is just another bending match. They have higher amounts of health than the other guys did, but it's still really easy. Oh man, I thought that could have been a double if it was just a little bit more over to the side. Alright, now these spirit monsters that we're gonna fight are basically triads in spirit monster bodies. So the strategy is the same. 3 hits and then press circle to B. That's it. And even if you do it lightning fast, it's not going to speed it up because this transition is still going to take the same amount of time. It just gives you more time to run around and do meaningless nonsense. Which is always fun, right? Alright, that's the last time we're going to be fire dashing towards Sundun. Because after the tank fight, we're going to need to prepare airbending and then just get some tornadoes out to try to kill the monster as fast as possible. But for here, what we need to do is jump into the air while in firebending mode, and then heavy attack them all. And to get over to them, just jump and dodge. That's the fastest way to move. Now what you want is for them to all stay together, but apparently that one doesn't want to cooperate.
No, it's not real. It's not real.
So, there. Okay, airbending this time. Prepare some tornadoes. Right around here. That's where he spawns. You should already be pressing circle before the enemy even dies. You don't need to kill all these enemies. Just do whatever you want.
Korra, remember, we are all one. There is no light or dark, no good or evil, no human or spirit. All are one. Let go, Korra. The division between you
So yeah, you just have to listen to her talk for a little while.
How are we one?
Also, whenever she's done, you can do one of two things. Either you can taunt
Light or dark.
and just hold the taunt button,
Another is
or you can just keep the camera in front of Korra,
let go.
and it'll take the same amount of time. I timed it.
Can't get enough of these guys.
So yeah, you can taunt to skip that transition, or you can just go through it. As long as the camera's in front of Korra, it'll take the same amount of time. If you do it when the camera's behind Korra, though, it'll take longer. Alright, this is one of the areas that can totally screw you up if there's bullshit. So, just use a heavy attack. You'll kill all those things in one hit. Try to go where the enemies are most likely to be, not necessarily where they are, because you can knock them back so much that the rest of the attack doesn't hit them. Oh, look at that. Hey guys, guess what happened? Guys, are you kidding? Yeah, it happened again. Wow. This is definitely a new personal best. So yeah, heavy attacks. They're the best there. Here's another one of those moments where you can just do whatever you want. Airbending, firebending. Hell, even if you manage to get fast with earthbending, you can do it here. Although nobody is fast with earthbending. Oh. I'm blind. Alright, so go firebending. Firebending. And preferably you would want to block one of his attacks. That'll get you huge damage. But apparently he's not going to punch me, so whatever. Make sure you lock off of him, switch to airbending, and then just do whatever you want. Kill all these enemies, because he's invincible right now. Now, if you want to use sort of a pro strategy, you could build up your avatar state bar right now by just doing a whole bunch of hits with airbending. I'm not going to do that though. I don't really need it anymore. Alright, so this is the only time you're ever going to use waterbending. Just attack him whenever he goes up there, and then dodge to make it so that you jump off faster. Also, do a waterbending attack and you'll reveal his health. Just go to wherever his health appears, and that's going to be the real one. You can figure that out every time. Also, there is such thing as a Hundun skip. You can do it if you get it perfectly. It's the same skip that you can do with the giant spirit monster, only it's much harder to do, and there's no real exact position marker you can use to help you out. You just have to get incredibly lucky. And I did it! What? Yes! That was the third time I've ever done that. First time was in a horrible run that ended up making it decent. Second time was in a world record run I did a couple runs ago. And third time is now. So yeah. Wow. Alright, so power attack here. Heavy attack. You'll kill him, unless you miss. He does not want to get hit today. Wow! Do it again? Yeah, whenever that happens, just get a little bit more distant from him and then do the attack. And it should hit him. So just automatically just start blocking right now. Spam it before it even happens. So it just goes to show you how rare that that Hundun skip is. Like, even I freak out whenever it happens. And I had to have done at least 40, 50 runs by now. Third time it has ever happened. Also, there's a glitch where if you're holding forward by the time the cutscene ends, Korra will not move. So, just press forward, release it, press it again, and then you do all that while pressing circle over and over. And that's basically everything you need to know. I mean, the other thing is that you can use the avatar state before Houndoom does his special attacks on you, and you can get him down to 0 health faster. But I kind of didn't need to do that since I skipped half his fight. So, yeah, that was awesome. What should I do here? Yeah, in general, you want to knock someone off the back of the area, but you know, you don't want to attack from so far away. You'll miss a lot. So it's usually better to just hit whoever's closest to you. They don't dodge as much. Oh, come on.
I'm just trying to cut the tension between you two. You know, I'm just trying to keep it loose. I'll keep you loose. Good one. Seriously, Korra, which one of us do you think is better?
I can't choose. Besides, if you're not number one.
Well, I think that's some avatar.
Alright, that was a cool looking finish.
Avatar smack is that. High five. Oh, you're not.
Oh, and the time is as soon as the snapshot takes place. Whenever you knock someone off. The photo finish. Alright, I didn't even time the rest of that run after the invincible spirit monsters, so, you know, just assume it was an amazing time. Because it probably was, you know. Yeah, that's everything you need to know on how to speedrun Legend of Korra. So I hope we can get more competition someday. There's not a whole lot of people doing speedruns of this, and I kind of want to have more competition. I mean, there's really just Tylos. That's it. No one else is even really close to us. The second place, or the third place world record is like a minute and a half behind. No, wait, it's over 2 minutes behind actually. So yeah, come join us. Speedrun with us. You know how to do it now.